Top 10s of the Weekendz.
Welcome to the grand opening of the Top 10s on the Weekendz.
This is the show where we break down what's actually worth your time.
The games you'll be talking about.
The music shaping the charts.
And the moments pushing pop culture forward in real time.
January 2026 isn't easing us in.
It's swinging early and asking questions later.
We've got games built for highlight reels.
RPGs designed to quietly seal your entire weekend.
Anime-style soul combats that expect you to learn fast.
And worlds that don't care if you're comfortable.
And we're not stopping there.
We're diving into the top songs on the charts and how pop culture is changing faster than anyone wants to admit.
No filler.
No fake hype.
Just what matters right now.
And if you're here for the beginning,
you're exactly where you're supposed to be.
Alright, so for our first game, we've got Dune Crawl. Dune Crawl is a survival RPG built around harsh environments, resource scarcity, and slow burn tension. It's less about power fantasies and more about endurance. Every decision matters, and the desert doesn't care if you're ready. This feels like one of those games that quietly builds a cult following. Atmospheric, punishing, and confident in its pacing. If it nails immersion, this could be one of those sleeper titles people bring up all year saying, how did this fly under the radar?
StarRupture is a pure chaos in the best way. It's a sci-fi survival shooter where the environment is actively trying to kill you. Enemies don't wait their turn, and things escalate fast. This is the kind of game streamers love because something is always going wrong, and that's the point. If the system holds up under pressure, this could become one of those Flip Factory games people don't stop talking about.
Up next, we've got The Legend of Heroes, Trails Beyond the Horizon. This is a big one for JRPG fans. Trails Beyond the Horizon continues Falcom's reputation for deep world building, long-term storytelling, and characters that actually grow over time. This isn't a game you rush, it's one you live in. Politically charged plots, strategic turn-based combat, and payoff that rewards patience. If you're invested, this becomes your Game of the Year conversation, whether anyone else is ready or not.
Next on the list, Memories in Orbit is all about exploration and atmosphere. Classic Metroidvania design, new abilities, hidden paths, backtracking, but wraps in a really striking sci-fi presentation. These are the games that don't explode day one, but once people start discovering secrets and sharing maps, momentum builds. If you like discovery over hand-holding, this is dangerous for your free time.
In the dark, engines breathe in the shadow.
Up next, we've got Arknights Endfield. Arknights Endfield is doing something smart. It takes a known universe and completely retools how you interact with it. This is a sci-fi action RPG with squad management, base building, and long-term progression baked right in. It's a strategic without being overwhelming type game, and it's clearly designed for longevity. If the balance holds, this has months-long obsession written all over it.
Dynasty Warrior Origins is exactly what it sounds like, and that's a compliment. Massive battles, absurd enemy counts, and the kind of power fantasy where you're mowing through entire armies like it's nothing. These games never pretend to be subtle. If you want stress relief through controlled chaos, this is comfort food for action fans.
Up next, we've got Escape from Ever After. Escape from Ever After leans into surreal storytelling and puzzle-driven exploration. It's the kind of game that doesn't rush you and doesn't explain everything on purpose. These are the games that spark discussion, theory videos, and wildly different interpretations. If you like games that respect your intelligence and let the atmosphere do the talking, this one stands out. It's very reminiscent to games such as Paper Mario.
You'll have your very own office, of course, and we'll be sending you on dangerous business trips.
High Guard is a fantasy player versus player shooter build around movement, abilities, and momentum. This screams competitive energy. If the gunplay or spell play feels good, people are going to latch onto this fast. These are the games that live or die by feel, and if it hits, expect highlight reels everywhere.
Of course, I fight to the end.
All right, coming up next, we got Cairn. Cairn is one of the most interesting concepts this month. A survival game where climbing itself is the core challenge. No enemies, no combat, just physics, stamina, and decision making. Every mistake is your fault. Games like this don't appeal to everyone, but for players who love mastery and tension, this one could be unforgettable.
Ending this month strong, Code Vein 2 brings anime-style Souls combat back with deeper systems, harder fights, and way less forgiveness. This is for players who like learning patterns, tweaking builds, and getting humbled repeatedly. It's not here to be friendly, it's here to be memorable, and yeah, people are absolutely ready to suffer again.
Need I remind you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next section of our show, where we talk about the top 10 tracks that are topping the charts this week. Kicking it off on the number 1 place, we've got End of Beginning by DJ O. DJ O, originally born in California, is actually a side project of actor Joe Keery, best known for playing Steve Harrington on Stranger Things. He deliberately separates his acting and music careers. This song is his breakout song, which went viral years after release thanks to TikTok and nostalgia-driven edits.
Next on the list, Man I Need by Olivia Dean. Olivia Dean was born in London, England. An interesting fact about her is that she blends soul, pop, and R&B with a very understated style. Her appeal is confidence without flash. Her breakout song, The Hardest Part, is the song that put her on the radar in the UK and beyond.
It's like a type of alchemy. Introduce me to your best friend. I can come slide right in. A satellite ain't even that far. I kinda wonder where you.
Up next, on the third slot, we've got The Fate of Ophelia by Taylor Swift. Originally from Reading, Pennsylvania, Taylor Swift has successfully reinvented herself across multiple genres: country, pop, indie, and folk, without losing mainstream dominance. Her breakout song, Love Story, is the song that pushed her from country star to global pop icon.
You light the match to watch it blow. And if you never call for me, I might have drowned in the melancholy. I swore my loyalty to
Coming in fourth, Choosing Texas by Ella Langley. Ella Langley was born in Alabama, USA, and an interesting fact is that she represents a newer wave of country artists blending traditional storytelling with modern production. Her breakout song, Damn You, is the song that helped her gain traction in the modern country scene.
I got him to fall in love with Tennessee. I should have known better than to take him back to Abilene. I put him right back into her arms. I wasn't a match for that kind of spark. She's from Texas, I can tell by the way.
Coming up next in fifth place is the song Golden by Huntrix. This song has taken the world by storm and is a song straight out of the soundtrack from a movie called K-Pop Demon Hunters, available on Netflix. Huntrix operates more like a digital era music collective than a traditional band, gaining traction through online releases and collaborations. This song, Golden, is their most recognizable and chart-impacting release so far.
I didn't know how to believe I was the queen that I'm meant to be. I lived two lives, tried to play both sides, but I couldn't find my own place. Caught a path, child, cause I got too wild, but now that's how I'm getting paid. Could I see on stage?
Coming in at number 6, another hit from Olivia Dean, So Easy. This marks Olivia Dean's second song in the top 10 at the same time, signaling real mainstream momentum. She's also showing consistency and not just luck.
We could find you some space. I could be the world to you, the missing piece, the extra sentimental kind of chemistry. Some people make it hard, with me that isn't the case. Cause I make it so easy to fall in love. So come give me a call and we'll fall into us. I'm the perfect mix of.
All right, so for the 7th place, we've got Back to Friends by Somber. This one's one of my personal favorites. Somber's from the US, and his music thrives on emotional simplicity, minimalist production, intimate lyrics, and relatability. The song Back to Friends is their first major chart breakthrough.
Touch my body tender, 'cause the feeling makes me weak. Kicking off the covers, I see the ceiling while you're looking down at me. How can we go back to being friends when we just share?
In 8th place, I Thought I Saw Your Face Today by She and Him from Los Angeles, California. This duo consists of actress Zoe Deschanel and musician M. Ward, known for their retro-inspired indie sound. Why Do You Let Me Stay Here? The song which established their vintage 60s influenced identity.
And I couldn't help but fall in love again. No, I couldn't help but fall in love again. I saw it glitter as I grew and loved it. Why I never knew. I thought this place was heaven sent, but now it's just a monument in my mind. In my mind.
All right, coming in the 9th spot is Ordinary by Alex Warren. Also from California, Alex Warren transitioned from YouTube and TikTok content creation into music, using his vulnerability as his main strength. This song is his first major crossover into the mainstream charts.
If our time is running out, day after day, we'll make the mundane a masterpiece. Oh my, oh my love. I take one look at you, you're taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down till we're dead and buried on the edge of your knife, staying drunk on your ride. The angels up in the clouds.
Coming in last but not least in our top 10 songs of the week, 4 Raws by SD Kid. I actually do like this song. From United Kingdom, SD Kid represents the raw strip backside of UK rap, often favoring minimal production and blunt delivery. This song currently is driving his visibility beyond underground circles.
All right, so up next, we're going to talk about a news story that we both find important. So we're going to talk about the crossover that feels chaotic on purpose, the new South Park mini pass in Fortnite. At this point, Fortnite isn't just a game, it's a cultural platform. We've had superheroes, musicians, athletes, and honestly, if you told me that my dentist was coming next season, I'd believe you. But now we've got South Park. We're talking Cartman, Stan, Kyle, Kenny, full skins, emotes, themed quests, and a mini pass built around that classic South Park brand of humor. And this isn't just a cosmetic fluff. These mini passes usually come with unique challenges and little experiences that actually feel tied to the crossover. This is Fortnite doing what it does best, absorbing pop culture and remixing it into something playable.
And let's be honest, this makes way too much sense. South Park is one of the few franchises that's somehow more chaotic than Fortnite. So putting them together feels like lighting a match in a firework factory and calling it content. You already know people who haven't touched Fortnite in years are logging in just to see Kenny get eliminated for the 1000th time. That's the power of this stuff. And yeah, people are mad. Fortnite has just jumped the shark. South Park doesn't belong in Battle Royale. But here's the thing. Everyone is talking about it, and that's the point. This crossover isn't about realism or tone. It's about attention, relevance, and keeping Fortnite at the center of pop culture conversations. Whether you love it or hate it, it worked.
That's what it really comes down to. Personally, Joe and I, we've already played the Fortnite mini pass. It's already dropped. It's live in Fortnite right now. And we've actually experienced some of the best things, such as the Kenny medallion, the Stick of Truth, and the new Quince mode that you guys can drop in right now. It's got 5-player action, 5-player teams, and it makes everything way crazier.
Yes, it does. Well, me personally, I haven't tried the Kenny medallion yet, but I do see what it does. It allows you to die like Kenny, you know, and he never really dies. He always comes back. So the medallion gives you an extra life. And the Stick of Truth, you know, which allows you to have control of the battleground. Very overpowered, if you ask me. Being able to go anywhere in the map, even outside of the map, and just force people to go towards your location, you know, and storms moving fast and everybody's dying, and some people just aren't even aware that the storm is, you know, being pushed that fast. So, you know, pretty OP, pretty fun season.
Exactly. Yeah, it's really fun. And if you guys want a taste of the action, you guys want to jump in right now, like I said, it's live. So feel free to jump right into Fortnite and enjoy the new South Park collab.
Yes, sir.
Down to South, I'm gonna have myself a time. Going down bring a towel.
Shouldn't you go out and socialize with your friends?
Before we wrap up, we want to give you a quick look at what's coming next. This show is only going to grow from here. We've got giveaways on the way, games, gift cards, and stuff you'll actually want. We're also opening things up to the community with viewer clips, best plays, funniest moments, and the kind of chaos that deserves the spotlight. If you've got a moment worth sharing, we want to see it.
Exactly. And as the show grows, we're adding a featured artist segment at the end of the future episodes. Independent musicians who want their music heard by a real growing audience, this is your opportunity. If you want your track featured, reach out to us by email. If it fits the show, we'll put it in front of our fans. This is just the beginning, and if you're here early, you are part of it. We'll see you next weekend on the top 10s on the Weekendz.